Hey people, Indrid here. 3v3 faction war. This is Siege of Vrax and Space Marines versus the Orks. The blue Space Marine team SuperMegaUltraPanda is a Techmarine. Starts off with a ranged weapon, can get a melee loadout, supports with structures and repair. We've got some Ultramarines. Is it a DLC? I think it is. It is. Alongside Takeshi Kovacs as a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee, a versatile frontline hero, and Blood Ravens here. Alongside and rounding off the team, Nova as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, and the Dark Angels DLC. On the rowdy Red Orc team, we have Venjitron as a Warboss, a melee hero, walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Those sluggers lucky to get away with 4 models there. This is the Goths Elite Scheme recolored into yellow. Alongside, Nightmare's a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of bulky gadgets, freebooters DLC. And rounding off the teams, Moopuppy as a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style, begins with a twin link shoot at the Death Skulls Elite Scheme there. No natural VPs on this map, so expect fast and frantic action with lots of triples and doubles. Warboss sees off the Tactical Marines. Scouts already off the field. Techmarine is going to be rushed by some sluggers. What's going on east side? Nothing yet. Apothecary leading the line. See that health regen aura in action, those green hexagons there. What do we got going on then? Triple sluggers for Venjitron. Nightmare with double sluggers. And Moopuppy with the slightly more traditional double shooters opening. War banner up on east side. Apothecary looking for the Kommando to tie him up. Sluggers now counter-initiating. And Tacs are on the move. They're not firing at the moment. They're taking some heavy cover. Apothecary needs to flee. Stun bomb goes in. Stun bomb is a very good hit. I don't think the Apothecary is going to make it. This is turning into a bad engagement here for Nova. Needs to run those Tacs off. He's trying to keep them in play. Big mistake. Sluggers on them. Lots of DACA on them too. They're going to drop another model, aren't they? That rear model there, I think, is going to go down yet. A rough start for Nova. On the west side, scouts be capping, and they're trying to bash a node. I expect we're going to see shotguns all around, are we? Shotguns are up for Takeshi. Nova has shotguns in play too. Devastators on the way now for Nova. Storm Boys for Moopuppy. That's going to be bad for Nova. Needs to get purification rights, I think. Also needs to be standing upright, of course. Need to revive from the Force Commander, maybe. Looks like he's trying it. The Death Gun in play for Mekboy. Does have shotgun scouts and flame attacks here, so I think can get the revive. Looks like Moopuppy is backing off to wait for the Storm Boys. These guys have power melee weapons and they can leap onto your brain. So, big threat for these Tactical Marines and, of course, the Devastators. Apothecary's back. Heals himself. Devastators will open up with heavy bolter fire. And I guess the Storm Boy will jump in, and we'll see if the Force Commander hangs around for battle cry maybe. Kicking off on the west side too. Big retreat for Venjitron, shut down by the Devastators and their suppression. Okay, Storm Boys are not jumping in. They're not being hasty as they usually are. Got a flamer here for Nova too on the Tacs. Oh, Apothecary runs. He's got a Sanguine Chainsword, but no purification rights yet. Need to jump here, Moopuppy. Moopuppy can't see what we can see there. Mekboy suppressing some stuff, then teleports away. Moopuppy looking for an angle here, but runs into Takeshi. Tons of DACA on the scouts. There's the jump from the Storm Boys on some Tactical Marines. And following through in the mid is Nightmare. Got a Painboy up. This guy can heal Orks over time and has some decent melee of his own. Force Commander getting stuck in with an awesome battle cry. Look at that. Knocked down like 4 models there. Devastators with Vengeance rounds loaded in for Nova. Advanced targeting, doing some good work. Yeah, not how I thought that was going to go down. Moopuppy did not want to engage on that east side, even though he started really well over there. Storm Boys. There's the jump onto the Devastators. Devastators only have minor melee resistance, so they get torn up by Storm Boys even more. Painboy in here to support these guys. Not that they need it against a single Tac squad. They are getting torn up and they are maybe going to wipe. Can these guys jump again? I don't think they can quite jump again. They did make it out. Bunkering down, says SuperMegaUltraPanda. turret is up. The Warboss has the Bang Bang Hammer and Angry Bits. There's a Stormboy jump from Venjitron Stormboys onto the devs, but straight into the path of the turret. And there's more devs in play. Trying to approach this is what Panda's saying. Gonna need double the Stormboys, or just go straight for the war truck, or just go around this way, I suppose. This is much more of a go around rather than brute force it, which is what Orks are good at. We do have Mastercrafted Bolter. Venjitron saying he's pinned. Needs some support on that side. Full power bash here. There's that advanced targeting again. Level 1 tax. Any of the tax have leveled? No. All the scouts are still alive. And they all have shotguns. And Nova has an assault squad. The Apothecary did go down, incidentally. Not sure if he has purification rights yet. But will get revived. And there's that chainsword and storm shield again. Artificer armor coming in too. 2-to-1 cap for the red Orc team. Power being rebuilt. And Moopuppy is the first player to go tier 2. Stormboys have found a good target. A juicy heavy armor target. 334 to 483. Did they die? Oh, they died. I cursed them. Stormboys jumped in and got obliterated by various types of bolter fire. Meanwhile, back to the east side, Warbanner activated assault squad looking for a good jump. There it is. Sluggers are there, but shotgun scouts are also there. Force Commander gets suppressed. Needs to activate Defend. There we go. Defend is up, granting damage resistance around him to ranged fire, and suppression immunity does slow things down though. Shooter boys got torn up. Storm boys are in though. Scouts flee. Couldn't quite finish the cap there. Still a 2-to-1 for the Orcs. Going to get the decap. Assault squad again. This is Nova's. Takeshi's did make it off the field. These tacks may not though. Devastator's getting jumped. Looks like they were covering those tacks well enough in the end. It's 300 to 483. A strong start for the Orcs. The Space Marines with 2 assault squads in play really changes their engagements. Jumping onto the Kommando. I'm tier 2, says Venjitron. They can now steal this power. Flame attacks, you're going to help? What are you up to? You guys going? Oh, they want to try and defend here. Look at this. This is Panda all the way from the west side with his fancy Mastercrafted Bolter. And level 3. Single cap now for the Space Marines. All started going tier 2 and already they're turning a corner here. War truck on the way for Nightmare. There's the tier 2 for Venjitron. Moopuppy's been there for a while. Was expecting to see a quick Weird Boy, but I guess he had to reinforce some stuff maybe. Got some squad leaders up as well. Scouts successfully steal the power. Back to the mid though. 291 to 442 on the VPs. Can the Space Marines defend this now? Sluggers with their Nob leader. Yeah, they're a big threat to those Assault Marines, especially without their Sergeant. They got messed up, but they do get away. High power shot went in, I think, on those Sluggers. Grenade on the Mekboy's face. Survives it. Teleports into them while still set up, doing lots of damage, but does need to flee. Well-timed shotgun blast there. Force Commander joins the fray, but this is a lot of melee stuff to deal with. The Storm Boys now joining in. Attacks run, dropping a single model. There's the high-powered shot again. Storm Boys, I think, killed attack over here. Yes, they did. They couldn't defend. They couldn't quite stabilize. But we still have Nova in play. Apothecary has Armor of Purity. Storm Boys messed up. Can they wipe him? Surely. So close. Very close. 9 hit points. 8 actually, and he gets away. 2 melee heroes leading the line. Assault squad jumping in. Shooter boys on the VP may not be there for long. They need to back away. These guys leveled yet? Yeah, level 3 Force Commander. Still level 1 Apothecary. Switches to the Anointed Power Axe. Alrighty. Double cap here for the Space Marines and Panda. Oh, Techmarine's down. Oh, we saw him go down. We saw him retreat. I guess he didn't get away. Dreadnought on the way, though. War truck harassing. It's got a bunch of sluggers inside of it. You can see their burners and stuff sticking out the sides. Still a level 1 Warboss, level 2 mech, level 3 Kommando. He's got his fancy Orky shotgun, the special shooter. What is this? It's another war truck. Vengeance rounds will mess up the war truck, but it's using its mobility here. Sluggers can pile out and try to delete those devastators. Can they do it? No purification rights. They are going to be deleted. Down they go. Purification rights would have saved them. I think Nova, as soon as they jumped out, Nova was like, oh, I can't save these guys. They're going to take time to tear up their weapon. Tax flee. War truck does go down. Melter bomb getting it done, I think, and they're going to have to defend this power. There's the heal over time from the Git source. Painboy leveled, I think. Can those sluggers make it out? Oh, Assault Squad jumping away. Why did they do that? They could have jumped. Oh, maybe. I thought that maybe they could have jumped after these guys and finished them, but you know, they may have just jumped into more trouble if they did. Lots of trouble coming through there. Dreadnought, sorry, is cracking the war truck. He's got a assault cannon, knows how to use it. Shotgun comes in, Force Commander comes in with a Sacred Standard to buff surrounding units. Well, infantry units, doesn't buff the Dreadnought. Techmarine can now repair. Level 4. What is your plan, Venjitron? Looks like the plan is another war truck for some reason. More power bashing here. Triple cap for the Orks. VPs are still quite even though, eh? Assault Squad there with their sergeant now. Doesn't look like they want to get involved with this yet. The Storm Boys have their Nob leader. He's got a heavy melee chopper. Those are Nova's Assault Marines jumping in. Dreadnought on the way for Nova. The amount of work that Purification Rights would do here. Or Vials. There's Angels of Death. Global ability of the Apothecary. Force Commander's going to fall, but that just buffs everything around him more with the Sacred Standard. And easily revived as well. 208 to 277. Here comes the revive. That'll give a bunch of XP to the Apothecary. Jump. Mekboy is still causing all sorts of problems, this guy. 2-to-1 cap for the Orks though. Retreating back to the mid on the west side. What's going on? Dreadnought's going to do exactly the same thing and force melee on the war truck. And finish it in the end with the assault cannon. Techmarine going for Signum armor now. Warboss, what's he up to? I think he was capping that wreck point. Should have been getting in there though, I think. Power Claw on the way now to threaten that Dreadnought. Level 3 Apothecary going for the VP. What's going on in the mid? Force Commander's doing his best. Trying to hold this stuff up for some support. There's a Whirlwind getting shots. Very good disruption. And the Dreadnought goes mid from Panda. Force Commander still there, but eventually goes down. Assault Cannon Barrage. And the jump. And there's a War Banner. Uh-oh. Getting knocked all over the place by the custom force field here. Being knocked over is often a death sentence in a melee fight. Good Merciless though. Here comes Venjitron with a whole bunch of melee stuff. Use your choppers on the Warboss. Put it on a few seconds early. This buffs damage and melee skill. Melee damage and melee skill. Global ability of the Warboss. Mark target on some sluggers. Grenade maybe? Oh, these guys don't have the energy to chuck the grenade. I think it's 60, isn't it? Another Dreadnought on this side. This thing fella in melee mode though. Another really good Merciless. Stun bomb goes in. Mainly stuns his own units, I think. 183 to 228. This Dreadnought okay. Dreadnought's being pushed by the Warboss. Needs some shotgun support. Now I'm angry. A little burst of it to get the damage and health regen bonus. Warboss is now seen off and this Dreadnought needs repairs. Done a lot of good work so far for Panda. Scouts and the Techmarine will repair it. Single cap now for the Space Marines. There's the double. Force Commander back on the mid. Level 5 this fella. The Assault Squad jumping into all the sorts of problems, and there's that knockdown. Is it going to wipe them? I think maybe that fella's far enough away here. And the knockback, of course, knocking down Orks as well. Can't control his force field. Force Commander gets the mid. And that's kind of neat play, eh? Here comes another War Truck and another Dreadnought for Panda. Awesome. Tier 3 for Takeshi. Has lots of red, so we may see some Terminators soon. He's got very little resources, though, so maybe something has been queued up already. Stern Guard Veterans in play for Nova. Deployed via that drop pod there. Their first company Marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets at the moment. They have Hellfire loaded in. Acid rounds. Did you see that little skull there? Does damage over time to light infantry and enemy heroes. There's a Nob Squad, though. These guys are heavy infantry. And they're a big threat to all of this stuff. The Dreadnoughts here, though. Where's Emperor's Fist? There it is. Knocked back and stun. Oh, they're loading in Vengeance rounds. They should be using Kraken Bolts against the Orks. Against these Nobs, I mean. They're using the wrong type of ammo there. You must think that Nobs are super heavy infantry, but are actually just infantry, heavy infantry, I should say. Force Commander level 6. Trying to cap. Stern Guard got jumped and headbutted by the Storm Boys. And they should know no fear up on the tax. Down goes the Dreadnought, though. It can't stand and trade with Nobs, especially when they've got their hammers and those full momentum buffs up. It's 8% per ring, isn't it? Yeah. They can get up to 4 rings of momentum, I think. Painful. Or is it 3 to max? It might be 3. It's a lot of damage either way. Warboss is down, getting revived by the mech. A beamy death gun is in play. Oh hey, multi-motor Dreadnought, awesome. Getting some decent shots on the big old battle wagon. They're trying to rush down the whirlwind here. 183 to 81. 100 or so VPs in it in favor of the Space Marines. Looted tank now for Venjitron. That beamy getting some good shots on the Dreadnoughts. Well played Nightmare coming to help out this side where there's 2 Dreads. And Venjitron isn't dealing with them super well. Did something just wipe over there? So Tax just wiped, I think. Panda's Tax, I think. Yeah, you see it in the chat there. Didn't retreat, apparently. A no-cap game at the moment. We're also going to get a triple here. With Nobs on the field, with Battle Wagon on the field, and Looted Tank is here. If you can keep range on the Multi-Melter, it will trade quite well. Not sure if it can. Bunch of repairs coming in. Oh, Techmarine's gone melee mode. Was not expecting that. He's fighting double sluggers, I guess. Oh, but doesn't have bionics. Does have orbs. A weird loadout there for Panda. Thought he was doing well with his mastercrafted bolt gun. East side power being stolen by some rowdy sluggers. What is this? That's Terminators and the Force Commander. Cyclone missile launcher in play for these guys. Got some Vanguard veterans as well, has Takeshi. Can these guys cap the mid? Storm Boys looking for a flank alongside their Kommando. Level 6 this fella. Assault Squad goes after them, you know. They do have a bunch of backup. The Orks aren't alone, and there's a Rocks coming in. Top left of your screen, the Force Commander is chasing the battle wagon for some reason. I guess just trying to apply some pressure. Whirlwind goes down. Angels of Death activated. They're okay. Okay, now they have their Kraken Bolts loaded in, which is good against the Nob Squad. Level 3 Nob Squad already. Battle wagon comes piling through. 3 units inside of it. What are they? Oh, they're only shooter boys. Well, one of them was. They're going to try and cap, and here's double sluggers. Sluggers can be surprisingly effective against Terminators when they're fully upgraded. They can really pile on the attacks. They do have a couple of power weapons, of course. One Terminator dies. Shotgun blast comes in. Dreadnought is there. Multi-meltering away. Another one with the assault cannon as well. 52 to 80. It's very close on the VPs. Space Marines need to get on the VPs though. Like now, it's 2 to 1 against them. Plasma cannon misfires. Nob Squad is bashing power. Go fight the Vanguard veterans. They jumped away. Gonna go for the VP, I guess. Blast Cannon Dev setting up now. They'll be very helpful against the Battle Wagon. Another Nob Squad coming in though. Super Mega Ultra Panda goes tier 3 with lots of resources. Can he get there in time to get something big and fat? Like a Land Raider. It's going to be tight. They're down to 35 VPs, the Space Marines. Nob Squad on the double Dreadnoughts. They're going to wipe out the Vanguard veterans, I think. Are they? Yes, Vanguard veterans down. Can the Dreadnoughts escape? Maybe. No blessing of the Omnissiah. Here's a drop. Sternguard, I guess. Yep, Sternguard in for Super Mega Ultra Panda. Could drop a Venerable Dreadnought in as well. Oh, GG. It's a double cap for the Orks, and they've run out of time, the Space Marine fellas. A little bit slow in their pickup on tier 3. Panda did well with all the Dreadnoughts, but if he went tier 3 earlier, I think he really could have. And dropped a Venerable in or got a Land Raider going. Maybe they could have held out with some VPs in their hands. Level 7 Techmarine here. Yeah, a little bit puzzled by the axe switch. I guess it's a good melee weapon in its own right, but it does so well with Bionics because it buffs melee damage and stuff. Level 6 Force Commander doing some good work with that Chainsword and Storm Shield. Nova recovering from some rough fights on the east side. Level 2 Warboss for Venjitron did have heavy armor at the end though. Level 7 Mech did great work, Nightmare, supporting both sides and used the Mech himself really well with his weapons. And a level 8 Kommando, wow, did a lot of work as well with his shotgun in it. There you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Big thanks to these guys for playing us a faction war and sending it in. I'll see ya next time.